45th is UFO, being relatively expensive. Next up is the Crown Car, more expensive than UFO. 43rd is the Eclair, which has a good top speed and acceleration. Next is the Roadster, which is very fast and has great acceleration, but next is Shell Classic, a crate-obtainable car. Up next is the worst 1M vehicle in the game, Sloop. The first limited car in this list, Meg. Next up is the Tank, which is another 1M vehicle. Next is another 1M vehicle, Trailblazer, a newer 1M. Next is a limited vehicle, Jackrabbit, which has a cool design but very poor stats. Next up is Monster Truck, an OG 1M vehicle. Next is the Jet, which is also a 1M vehicle and is the fastest air vehicle. Next is the Blackhawk, another 1M vehicle, and got a remodel a while ago. Next is the Drone, which is a newer 1M vehicle, and our last 1M vehicle on this list, Volt Bike, which has pretty good demand and is a very good car. Next is the Tiny Toy, which was a seasonal car and has a cool design. Next is Snake, which is a limited car. Now, the first seasonal level 10 vehicle on this list, Bloxy, which is the worst level 10 car. Next is the Airtail, which used to cost $600K but is now out of game. Next is the last obtainable vehicle on this list, Concept, which has a high top speed. Next is another level 10 car, Bandit, which came out in Season 13. Next is the Rattler, which is another seasonal level 10 car and came out in Season 4. Next is the Torero. Next is the Agent, which was in the game for 1 week 4 and costed $600K. Next is the Poseidon, which was the level 10 prize for Season 16. Next is the Goliath, which is the biggest car in the game. Next is the Par, which recently rose to 3M value. Next is the Shogun, which is one of the coolest looking cars in the game. Next is the Macaron, which was level 10 prize in Season 10. Rich and famous. Next is the Volt 4X4. Up next is the Molten M12. Next is the JB8, one of the OG cars. Next is the Brule, which has won the fastest top speeds. Next is the Javelin, which was only in the game for a few days and cost about $900K. Next is the Crew Capsule, which was the level 10 prize in Season 2. Next is the Raptor, which is one of the OG seasonal cars. Next is the Proto 08, which was the level 10 prize in Season 14. Next is a fan favorite vehicle, the Banana Car, which was the level 10 prize in Season 5. Next is the Cell, which was level 10 prize in Season 8. Next is the Beignet, which was the level 10 prize in Season 6. Starting off the top 5 is the Icebreaker. In 4th